Good afternoon. My name is Diana Sanchez, and this is my presentation. There is then and now. So, our first theorist is Max Weber. He's in the early 1900s. He was the creator and the strong supporter for a bureaucratic management. He is related to the hierarchy, the pyramid of a management system. He believed the boss was on top, that was this region. The managers were dedicated to their region, and the workers were beneath or below, and they were dedicated to the region. Everybody was assigned their specific duties and tasks, and they stuck to these. He was very, very precise in the direct duties everybody had, and how you could not contribute into other tasks. If you were assigned to a certain task, that was your responsibility. He he was a big supporter of being transparent and having a very systematic organizational system. Everything was divided in work. Uh, there was once again the authority hierarchy, which is how I said, boss on top and then everybody below. And then he was very formal. He had a formality that, again, this would transmit transparency. And he said that this was the perfect solution to avoid people from being fired unjustly, and then people being discriminated. And then this also brought a lot of progress into the organization and become efficiently successful. Our next theorist is Mary Parker Follett. She was also in the early 1900s. And Follett was the complete opposite from Weber. She was more open-minded. She believed that all workers should contribute in ideas, should input into the organization, that this was going to bring organizational growth, flexibility, diversity, and then it's also, at the end of the day, was going to bring employee success and employee self-motivation, and overall collaboration was going to bring all this was going to sum up success for the organization. She believed in being flexible, employees and managers having, constant and open, transparent communication. She believed in collaboration. This is why I created this equation that says collaboration systems means success. That's what her overall idea was. Working together brings success to the organization, and we need to be open-minded. She said that she believed that we all need to take part in the ideas and in the innovation of the organization, because after all, it is everybody's job. No one should be assigned to a certain task. Everybody should contribute. New ideas should be inputted from every employee, and the manager, the boss, the CEO, the director needs to listen to that and take that in consideration. So if we relate bureaucratic management to a current public agency, the agency I can think of is a very traditional agency. A lot of us have a bad experience, or have had bad experiences with the DMV. And it's an organization that is still very systematic, very bureaucratic, and aside from being very bureaucratic and very uninnovated or behind time, the image it portrays is still very gloomy, very unfriendly, very uh, traditional, and the wait times are not getting any better. Little by little, they're innovating, but the wait times are always the worst thing at the DMV. So the DMV is something that I can relate to a bureaucratic management. In fact, a lot of the times I think about bureaucratic management, I connect it with administration, public sector. But the DMV is one of the agencies that I believe that hasn't very much innovated or adapted to change, and they're still very systematic when it comes to their services, their the way their employees handle situations, the way the employees serve the public, the way the managers and the employees communicate. So it's still very bureaucratic compared to other agencies like this collaboration management type of agency that I connect automatically with collaboration management, and it's uh, Parks and Recreation. Parks and Recreation is an agency that has to be on top, that has to be constantly bringing in new ideas, working with the public, supporting the surroundings, asking for input, having everybody participate. They have to be working at the same speed or the same pace as the rest of the community. And they need to incorporate new projects. They need to learn from the public, ask the public what are they expecting, implement those, work together, listen to ideas, present these ideas to the public, and also um, have these ideas be a good example for the other agencies out there, because they are constantly working on innovating and progressing for the community. Because after all, public agencies are there for us, the public. So something very different from the DMV. Their work is to not only to serve us, but like in a way to please us, to meet our needs. That would be the most appropriate phrase. So if we compare both a bureaucratic agency, management system agency, with a collaboration management system agency, we can see that there's benefits and there's pros and cons. Of course, some of the pros and some of the pros are probably more important than others, but we can see that they both have their differences. They both produce differently. The way employees envision this is quite significantly divided. A lot of us, like myself, consider a bureaucratic management something very systematic, very repetitive, very boring like, very behind, not historical, not very innovative. But at the same time, we do need a format that we follow as employees, a format that we follow to serve the public. Otherwise, there's gonna be favoritism, and there's gonna be too much flexibility going on when we serve our public. But we need to incorporate our public, because after all, we are there to serve them. So we need to incorporate our public, we need to incorporate our needs, our ideas. If I am really great with technology, that would be an awesome input for me to share that with my with my colleagues, with my boss, with my manager, with the head director. Hey, let's incorporate this into the agency. It's gonna make us assist the public way faster if we change this uh, type of way that we serve. I don't know. We hand out licenses, or we hand out forms, for instance, at the DMV. And it's also gonna make me feel important and part of my job. It's gonna make me appreciate my job, and it's gonna make me look out for the well-being of my organization. And at the same time, it's gonna help me serve my public better. I believe a productive organization, regardless if it's private or public, any organization that is serving customers, clients, the public in general, should have a combination of a bureaucratic management and a collaboration management. Because the bureaucratic management is kind of like the layout, and then collaboration management is the spice, that it gives it the final touch to make it extra and be a little more deliberate to the public, and it makes it more significant, and it adds that extra touch that the public is expecting from us. So here's my presentation. Again, my name is Diana Sanchez. I truly appreciate your time, and your feedback is truly appreciated. Thank you very much.